Now that we're done with the adding of products or a displaying of products into our homepage, what we need to do next is we need to add the image. Okay, so as you've noticed, I've already opened the admin page, so I'm already inside my products page. Okay, so let me just try to open also my Notepad++. Now, um, let's try to add this time a link in order for us to add a product. Okay, so let's try to make this one. Let's try to add first the link where we can add the products. Make this one 30. Also this one 10. Okay. Then what we can basically do is right beside action we can add image. Then let's try to make this one as 10. td image. Okay, ahref. Okay. Try to add this time a link. If you're make this a little bit bigger. Add dot. Try to call this one as image.php. Then id is equals to echo $get products. Then we have their ID. Okay. Image.php is not yet or has not yet been created. So what we need to do is we need to create here. So I'm going to click File, then New. Okay. Save as. Inside admin, I'm going to create a file called image.php. Then say to click Save. Okay, so we already created our image.php as you can see it here. So to go back to our products. The next thing that we need to do is let's just try to add the header and the footer. Okay, so we also need to add this one since we will be dealing with database as well. Okay. Let's also try to add our footer. Include admin.footer.php. Set to close. Okay. Other things that we also need to do is are the following. So let's try to add this one. Okay, these are all the variables that we need to do. We can just actually try to, okay, let's try to add all of those things. Next is, let's try to get also this part. Okay, so basically I just copied all of these. Okay, maybe delete certain areas or certain parts. Now, I'm going to leave this one behind where ID is equals to question mark, since basically we only wanted to return a single row. That's why I will be leaving it as is. Okay. Let me just try to add all of these things. This is under if product, then try to remove this part. Okay. We've already set it up. Now, going back here, okay, let's try to reload the page. Okay, so we already have it. We already have here image. Okay, let's try to make this one a little bit smaller because as you can see, it's quite big and we don't want that. Let's try to change how it looks. Okay, I'm going to go back to my products. Then or my product symbol. Okay, I'm going to change this one again to 35. Then maybe make this one again 15. Try to delete this part. Okay, what we need to do is we need to add slash here. Then we can just copy this section. Okay, that's it. Go back here, reload the page. No, that's it. So we have here delete, update, and image. Okay, so this is where we can add the image. So if I'm going to click here, image, so this will be shown, or this will be, yeah, this will be shown, but it's still blank. We still don't have any content yet. So what we need to do is let's try to add this time also other things for our layout. So let's try to copy this part. Again, this is just a matter of trying to cut, paste, and everything. Okay, so we have here the navigation. So that's it. We already have here the navigation. Products. Okay, click here again. Next thing that we need to do is this part. Div. Okay. Let's just try to add a okay, so we already have it here. Now, for our products, okay, let me just try to copy this part first. Okay, let's try to now, what we can basically do is just we can have this one as our read only. Okay, go back here. Their product Angelina with bread. As form group. Okay. So let's try to add this part. Row P2 as well as this one. Again, other div. Load the page. Okay, so that's it. So this is already read only. Next thing that we need to do is we need to add the button. Okay, or we can just actually have this one. We can remove this part. Okay, so can make it this one would be strong. Okay, so this is the final output. This is the final code. So we have here, okay, then their product. Okay, then at the bottom, okay, so this is another row. Let's try to create another row. And have it here, image. Then, okay, let's try this time to create our form. And their form method, post action, add that product, add that image dot php. This file has not yet been created, so we'll also be creating that this file. Then we have here ink type multi-part / form data. Okay, go back here again. So we already have it here. of their image. Next thing that we need to do is input type file. Input type file. Then you have your name, image. Okay. So next is let's try to copy the button here into our products. You have here a button. Okay, try to copy it and paste it here. Your input type. Try to check if it's going to work. Submit. Add, then button add image. Value add image. Go back here. Try to reload the page. So we have here add image. Okay, try to put it below the form. So break, line break. Okay, so that's it. So every time we try to click browse, this will be displayed, and we also have here add image. But we're still not yet done. Okay, so what we also need to do is we need to modify our database. So let's try to go back to our database. So localhost php admin. So you have your shopping cart. Now under shopping cart, we have your products. Okay, let's try to select structure. Then as you can see, there's no image here. So what we can do is we can add. We have here add. Okay, let's try to add it after description. Let's try to click go. Then we call this one as or product image. Then we have here varchar, make it maybe 200. Then of course we have, you can just click save. Okay, so we already have your product image with the length of 200. Now what we can do next, okay, so that it will actually save us time. Let's try to rename this part. Instead of creating a new file, what we can do is we can just create a certain set of code. So we have their image.php. Okay. So ID. Okay. So instead of ID, let's call this one as name. Okay, button image. Okay. So if $post, you have there is set button add image. This will actually be, let's put this on top. Okay, so this will actually be triggered. Okay. So try to create this time our query. Add image equals to update products set product image is equals to question mark, where ID is equals to question mark. Okay, so we have here a product image question mark, then we have your ID question mark. Let's try also to add another field here at the bottom. Input type, let's call this type would be hidden. Name, ID, value. Okay, you have your echo. Let's get this one as I text ID. Okay. If we're to change the type to text, let's try to see what will happen. So we have here 10, which is actually correct. Go back here again. Okay, so let's try to go back here also. Now, what we can do is try to code this time if prod add image. So my prepare. Of course, we have here con add prod. But as you've noticed, our connection string is at the bottom. So what we can do is we can move this one on top. Okay. Let's try to copy this part. So we have I, or we have S, then I. So call this one as a product image. It's to post image. Then I also have here post ID. Okay, let's try to check if we have here, if okay, we renamed it actually correctly. Okay, so next thing that we need to do is we need to execute our SQL statements. We have a product check. Okay, so to execute this part, product add image. Okay, now this time let's try to execute our code if it's going to work. Okay, let's try to reload the page. Try to quick browse. Okay, go back here on F. I have here some screenshots that I did. Okay, VirtualBox and add image. Okay, and undefined variable add prod, undefined variable ID on 911 and 940. So let's first try to check line 11. So here we're line 11. Add prod. Okay. So instead of add prod, let's call this one as add image. Okay, try to reload the page. Resend. Undefined variable prod check. Okay, so if your prod check. Prod check. But it should be prod add image. Then try to reload the page. Resend. Uncaught error, number of elements in definition must match number of bind variables. So we have SI. Okay. So we also need to add, so since we only have ID, okay, let's try to also add product image and comma. Okay. Try to check, load the page, resend. Okay. So we have here undefined array key image, undefined array key ID on line 14 and line 40. Okay, this where's line 40? Let's try to go to line 40. Okay, this one. Okay. Now, where did we make our in what part did we make a mistake? Let's first try to check if it's actually loading. So currently okay. Let's have to go back here first. So to click browse. Now, there's no image here yet. As you can see, image is not properly loaded. Okay, so to go back here, I to click products again, then decide to click image. Okay, browse, have this one, then add image. Okay, try to reload the page, browse. Okay, there's no product image here yet. Now why is that? Let's try to check first. We don't need to bind the result. All we have to do, by the way, is execute the query. Product add image, project. Okay. So, okay, let's just try to debug first. So here, print R, post. Try to reload the page, resend. So here button, add image. Okay, then we have here files. Send again. So you have here okay, so I to call this one files, image, then name. Okay, let's try to check if it's correct. Echo product image. Try to reload the page. Okay, so as you can see, it's actually displaying. Okay, so reload the page here. Okay, now we have successfully added our file. Okay, but we are not yet currently uploading. Now, we'll try to code also where we can upload. So once everything has been updated into our database, what we need to do next is we need to upload the image. Okay, but before we can upload, we also need to create first a folder wherein all of the images will be stored there. So I'm going to click File, then Open. Okay, so we have here Shopping Cart. Now under Shopping Cart, I'm going to create a folder called Uploads, wherein all of the uploaded images will be stored there. You just click cancel. This is where all of the images will be uploaded. Okay, let's try to erase this part as well as this part. Okay, so this is target path. Okay, since it's actually up one level, uploads. Target path is equals to target path dot base name. Files. So for files, we have here image, then name. If move uploaded file, what we can do is we just copy this part, tmp name, comma, target path. Okay, else just have this one's prompt. Then we also have here header. location. We have here image.php id is equals to, just try to add id, then exit. Okay, let's try to reload the page, resend, and caught error constant target path, undefined constant target path. Okay, 920. Okay, so we forgot the $sign. Okay, so I have to reload the page again. Okay, so decide to check. I'm going to click browse, maybe change the name. This one. Add image. Okay. Decide to reload. So that's it. Going back here. Now we have already uploaded successfully our file. Okay. So what we can do next is we can just actually display it somewhere here at the bottom. Let's try to create another variable. Text image blank. Then text image. Okay. You have your product image. Okay, so next thing that we need to do is you can basically just try to add another row. Delete this part. Then image source. Uploads. Echo. Text image. Okay. Line 78. Where's line 78? Okay, this one. Undefined variable product image. Okay. Inspect element. Uploads, we only have here 100. Could not load image. View page source. How come we only have 100? Give your quantity. Text image, product image. Here's your product name, product image. They also have quantity. Let's try to echo in here first. Text, image. Try to reload the page so we only have 100. Why is it 100? Products for ID. Let's try to check first. The product image. But if we're going to use this one, V7 up. So it's text quantity. Okay, I think. Okay. So for text quantity, you have this one. But if I try to move this one here on top, product image. Text image, okay. It's 100. But if we're to select text quantity, okay, try to add this one here. Okay. So we need to arrange this one also in the same order. So you have it here already. So let's try to add. Okay, so we already have successfully. Let's try to close this part. So we have already added successfully our image. Okay, so let's try to add details into our try to make it responsive. Okay. Okay, so we have here class image fluid. Okay, so that's much better. So this is actually already our image, but if we're to add another image, maybe it's like select browse. Right, this is one. Okay, then add image. Okay, so it will already change. Okay, let's try to go back this time to our home page. Okay. So localhost web projects lesson shopping cart. Okay, what we need to do is we're going to add the images here already. So it's under our index. Let's try to add also our text image. Okay, so we have here just above pr dot image. Is above quantity. Okay. Let's just try to copy this part. Then cart, try to put it inside our cart body. So your price. Okay, try to reload the page. Unknown, the undefined constant product image. Reload the page. Okay, so that's it. Again, let's try to view page source. So we have here. These are all of the files. Let's try to add that part. Load the page. Look here. Okay, so that's it. Now, as you've noticed, there are some undefined array first name. Okay. So where can we find that? So first name. So what we can do is just turn it off. It's like that. Adding ampersand. Okay, that's how you would suppress the error. That's it. So if you wanted to add, let's say for example, image. Okay, let's try to add images also here on our Angelina. Okay, so I have here products, then maybe add image here. Browse. Okay, let's try to have this one, then add image. Okay, so that's it. Then try to reload the page. Okay. Products. Okay, so we wanted to display this. We wanted to hide this part to check if there's an image or not. Okay, let's go back to our image page. Then let's say for example, if empty text image, or if not empty, okay, this will be shown. Otherwise, okay, it will just be hidden. So let's say for example that one. Okay, as you can see, it's already displayed. Same also goes for this part. Go back here. Okay, let's try to click here. So you just try to copy. Then okay, if not equals to empty, then it will be displayed. Otherwise, it will be hidden. Load the page. As you can see, it's already hidden. So let's say for example, I'm going to click Angelina wheat bread, or let's try to click. Let's try to add a link onto our image. Okay, so try to copy this part as well as this part. Okay, reload the page. Okay, it's already clickable. I'm going to click. So what we need to do is we're going to add it here. So we're at product details. Again, same also, we are going to hide first name. Okay. Product details. Okay, this one. So if not equals to empty, okay, session ID, or we could just click hide. Welcome to your dashboard. Okay. Or empty ID. Okay, so this actually occurred since we're currently logged in here. So if we were to log out, okay, click OK. Because 0 is not found. So here, login, admin. Let's try to check login first. Process that login. This one. Okay, process that log out. Location. There's no, okay, select index. So I change process logout.php to the location to index. Okay, so if we're to log in again, and click logout, we'll be redirected back here. Okay, so we have here add to cart. I'm going to click this button. I'm going to add the products here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so we are under product.details. So I have to look for it here, product.details. Okay, so we have 4. Maybe we can make it 12. Okay. So it also just to copy this part. Okay, product.details. So it's under card body. I will also be removing this part, since basically this is already 12. Okay, so product name, and your product image, comma. So it's also to add text, or you can copy it here, index, text image. Go back here, below the page. Number of binds, okay, does not match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to add it here also. br dot product image. Reload the page. Okay, so that's it. Let's also try to add at the bottom of our details the footer. Okay, we can just delete that part. So we'll have a little bit of space. Okay, so that's it. Now, let's say for example, okay, we'll also try to add the top navigation. As you can see, I'm already inside the index again. Need to copy this part. Or I'm going to copy the whole part. So I have here until if empty, product details. So I'll be checking if it's empty or not. If it's empty, then I'll be displaying this navigation. Okay, reload the page. That's it. Home, register. Then I need to click home. Okay, I need to click here. There's no register. Home, back. Okay. What if I'm going to log in? Okay. So let's try to check this time our members. You have test at domain.com. Test at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Log in. Okay. Then home. Okay, I'm going to click this part again. So I can already add items to my product. Items to my shopping cart. So now we have already successfully added our image. Okay, so let's try to finalize this time. I'll be at my products at details. Okay. Then I'm just going to remove the link. Okay. So this is it. So we have finally added image to our shopping cart. That's how you would normally add image in your shopping cart. Although I would not suggest that you try to use it in production mode. When I say production mode, you try to use it in actuality or in your actual projects. But this is actually a good way for you to learn on how to upload images using PHP and storing the file name into the database. Okay, try to log out this time. Okay, so that's it.